a network of mobile ear clinics providing ear health checks to First Nations children. The program is run by Telethon Speech and Hearing, and they are in Kalgoorlie engaging with the Goldfields community and showcasing the innovative screening program aimed at the prevention of middle ear disease. Joining me today in the studio, Paul Higginbotham, CEO, Telethon and Speech and Hearing, and also Lara Shur, Manager of Audiology Services. Welcome to the program.
Hey, morning, Debbie.
Morning.
Not too cold in the morning for you?
Oh, look, it's freezing. We're from Perth. We're dying of frostbite. Yeah. No, we're good. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know this program, it's been running in the metropolitan area, in the southwest and up in the Pilbara. Will the outreach program now include the Goldfields?
But we're very interested in working with the local agencies like Vega and NTP and Community Health and Population Health, and seeing if there's anything that we can add to what's already going on here. Middle ear health for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children is a huge issue, and it's not just in the Goldfields, it's right across the country. It's an important issue, and so if we can help in some way, we'd be delighted to partner with local agencies and people.
And I suppose that's part of the aim of Earbus, is to work with local agencies.
We're good at fixing ears, but we're not experts on community or culture. So wherever we go into an area, we need to make that connection with local people, understand, get the support of elders and key people in the community, and work in a way that fits that community. So we've got 5 buses on the road, and each one works a little differently depending on the area and the culture and the people. So
yeah. So you've been in Kalgoorlie for Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, that's right.
What's the aim of the meeting here?
We really just came to meet and greet, show people who we are. It's always good to have a face and to put a name to, show them what we do, introduce some of our staff who are wonderful people working across the country, and then have an opportunity to meet with people and find out what's happening here on the ground and see if there's a need for us to be here.
So how do children get otitis media?
Middle ear disease is something that Aboriginal children get, well, the research is showing us as early as 2 weeks of age, and it's a whole range of factors that contribute to middle ear disease. So poverty, socioeconomic conditions, failure to sustain breastfeeding, exposure to secondhand smoke or smoke itself. All of these can lead a child to end up with, when we say middle ear disease, it's really fluid behind the eardrum, and that's the bit that stops them from hearing.
Yeah, people know it as glue ear, don't they?
That's right.
It is the same thing, middle ear and glue.
It starts off as fluid, and if it sits there for a while, the fluid actually just becomes really sticky, and that's why people call it glue ear.
Yeah. So if ear infections are left untreated, what's the impact upon that child?
Children who can't hear can't develop speech and language, so you find that even the littlies aren't getting appropriate oral speech and language. So they get to school, they don't have the speech and language. Are you then putting a child in a classroom situation and expecting them to learn?
on average, Debbie, Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander children would have this for 32 months in the first 5 years of life. So it's 32 months that you've got bacteria in your system, you feel unwell, you probably have a slight temperature, it affects all parts of your brain development, your ability to listen and speak, social language, play, might even affect your balance. So kids turn up at school already kind of struggling. So it's got a lot of follow-on effects to it, and we understand now that this is one of the reasons why Aboriginal kids often don't succeed at school. And, you know, we've got all those sort of poor literacy and NAPWAM figures and things, and there's got to be reasons for that. These are bright, talented children who are not succeeding the way they should, and this is one of the reasons why.
Yeah, and I've even read somewhere that they've done a study where children who offend, they've found that they have like deafness. There's that huge overrepresentation of First Nation people in our juvenile and criminal justice systems. I mean, 2.5% of the population, 25% of the prison population. There's a reason for that too. Yeah. And when you add all these things up, you know,
a lot of it comes back to poverty and difficult living conditions, poor job opportunities. You know, it's just a vicious cycle, really,
Yeah.
and you've got to break it somewhere. This is as good a place as any to break it. So.
Absolutely, with your hearing. Hearing is so important. So, what are you doing today? You're just meeting with like NTP?
Yep.
NTP listen.
Yeah, do
Well,
they?
so good morning,
I would think
NTP.
everybody listens.
Yeah. Oh, they do. Yeah.
So yeah, we met with a whole group of people yesterday afternoon, which was fantastic. We spent the whole day yesterday in conversations and in consultations, and we got a little bit more time this morning, so we'll go down and meet Leslie Ann at NTP and
Yep.
just keep our good links with them and find a way forward so that really what we want is well children.
Yeah.
We want children who are well, feel well, can hear well, and then can do all the things that they should be able to do properly at school. So where we've worked in this program, we've seen school attendance go up, we've seen behaviour problems come down, and we've seen well children sitting in classrooms able to learn.
Yeah. And it's important to for teachers to be aware of this, because sometimes teachers can just say, "Oh, that's a naughty child," but it's
the naughty
not.
child, yeah.
Yeah.
And look, in defence of teachers, they've got lots of things in their classrooms that they have to look after, and sometimes they don't know quite as much as they'd like to about things like middle ear disease and how
Yeah.
it affects children. So
Yep. Okay, Paul and Lara, thanks very much for coming in today.
it's been lovely to talk to you, Debbie. Thank you.
Okay, going to play some Buddy Knox now.